Hey everybody, it's Monday Persona here, and I am back. I am doing a small, short, probably little video about ShineCon. ShineCon was a new con here in Vegas. It was August 17th through the 19th at the Tuscany Casino. It was a very small event, only due to the fact that it was his first year, and they were trying some new stuff out, and it was really, really nice. What I'm here to talk about is my pros and cons of the con. I had a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, I was anxious for 2 days due to the fact that Ian was at work and I was traveling alone because Subaru had work, Ian had work, Anthony couldn't come, so it was literally just me. Luckily, I did get to travel with my friend Gabrielle Cook Cosplay, so I wasn't so alone, and I had a lot of people that I knew there because it's Vegas, so I knew a lot of people, and they would come up, say hi, and I got to talk a little bit. So my anxiousness did go out of the window after a while. Day one was really, really fun. Day one, let me see. We were basically, I was helping Gabby, and then I was kind of running around a little bit. I went to their panel, I ran around a bit more. I actually don't remember, oh, lip sync, I went to the lip sync. Per usual, it was a wonderful show, even though it was really small. I performed, it was fun. And then I met up with Ian. I talked to Jez about helping with the masquerade and things like that. And then I met up with Ian afterwards and we went home. So day one was kind of a whatever day, you know. It was fun. I got to take some pictures. I still got to talk and hang out with people, so that was always fun. But day one was okay. Day two, Ian got to come, so I wasn't as anxious or freaked out or anything because I had Ian, and I know it's bad, the fact that I need Ian by my side in order to feel comfortable, but I've kind of gotten to that point where it feels strange if I don't have Ian with me. But day two was fun. We once again helped Gabby with her table a little bit. I had to help with masquerade. I was helping check people in and helping just move stuff if he needed it, and you know, helping some of the cosplayers that needed it, running around back and forth. At one point, me and Ian were exploring the dealer's hall when a friend, or Seti, my friend, messaged me and was like, hey, there's a raid going on for Pokemon, why don't you come on and join us? And I was like, oh, hey, that sounds fun, you know. And me and Ian went to go because it was a Marowak, and I love Cubone and Marowak, they're some of my favorite Pokemon. We went down there, and much to my surprise, there was a voice actor playing with us. And I didn't realize, like, I realized it immediately, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want Ian to freak out and I want to make a big scene about it. But I was like, oh, we're playing Pokemon Go with Kara Buckland. Huh, okay. Yeah. So I sat down, we caught the Marowak, and then we found another one, so we kept going with her. The best part was, as we were going on to the next location, I pulled back and I was like, hey Ian, you know that we're playing Pokemon Go with Kara Buckland, right? The look on his face was such shock that he like nearly fell back, and then from that point forward he was super quiet, and I was like, I shouldn't have told him because now he's nervous and freaked out and now he can't think straight and everything. So I was kind of really, I was like, oh no, I made him freaked out, oh no, I messed up. But it was still really fun, and we caught both Marowaks, and that was really great. We continued through the day. Ian recorded Masquerade. I continued to help with Masquerade. I didn't see as much of Gabby that day, mostly because I was helping with Masquerade, and Subaru popped in later on to see how Masquerade was going, and the behind the scenes was a bit disastrous. It was a little crazy, and it was kind of like, you know, unorganized, only because with Subaru not being able to go and take care of her own event, all of the messages that would go through con director from her were getting mismatched, and we had to try to figure out what was going on to get everything going right. But in the end, it ran smoothly, it was fun, it was fine. There was only 13 entries, but for those 13 entries, they did well for themselves. So everything was fun there. The last day, that was another day that I was gone by myself. Oh, I forgot to mention that on day one, Phantasm, some of my friends, they're artists in the Artist Alley who have amazing stuff and merch, so you should go check them out. I'll probably put a link in the description below of all the people that I mentioned, if I can remember every single person I mentioned. They drove me to con, and it was really fun, it was great. Day three, they were supposed to drive me, but they didn't have to pack up until later, so they were kind of like, well, why don't we get you an Uber, which was very nice of them. They did not have to grab me an Uber, but they got me an Uber, and I had my first Uber experience, which was strange. It was super quiet. He kind of talked to the lady because it was with another passenger. He talked to the lady a little bit, and after I dropped her off, he was like, "So you going to work?" And I kind of looked at myself, and this day I was dressed as Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club, so I was like, no. But I think it was the suit jacket that made it look like I was going to work. And I kind of said I was going to a con and whatever, and then after he dropped me off, he was like, have a great time, and it was really nice. It was weird just because I'm not used to it, but I don't know, that one experience won't deter me or determine whether or not I'll go back to Uber. It was just an interesting experience. Anyway, either way from that, also sorry about if there's some glare on my glasses. I'm still trying to work with my lighting system and my rooming system and figuring out what looks good, what doesn't look good. So please be patient with me. From that, I got there just in time for the Doki Doki Literature Club panel that I got to work with Gabby Cook, who made it, or put it all together herself with the help of Erica, Abel, and Tyler, and myself. We were all sitting down at the panel, which I'll have footage of up, and we talked about Doki Doki theories and the new game coming out about it and all that stuff, and MatPat's theories and everything like that. And that was a really fun experience, and there were so many people who came up afterwards and were telling Gabby they had so much fun. It was so organized, it was wonderful, and it was really happy to see her smile and see her panel like a baby that she had started putting together turn out so well, because I know what it's like to run a panel and then kind of feel iffy about it afterwards because nobody really seemed to care. But sometimes even just having the one person come up to you and say, "You made my day, this is great," it makes everything all worthwhile. So from there, we did a little bit of a photo shoot. I can't wait to get those pictures back because those are going to look so wonderful. I did have a moment realizing that being dressed as Sayori actually felt strange to me. Like, I like Sayori, she's really sweet and she's adorable, and I think it's because we share so many similar traits that being dressed as Sayori made me feel off. And I did have a bit of an anxiety moment where I started to kind of feel like I shouldn't be with this group. They're all so pretty, they're all so, well put together, they look wonderful, and here I am. And it every once in a while that happens, and it sucks. But I got through it, and I felt better later on being with the girls and Tyler and hanging out and everything. But I did go quiet for a while, and I'm sure some of my friends noticed, and I didn't mean to, but I got anxious, and then I was pulled out of it. Gabby helped, Paige helped, Seti helped, Abel helped, a lot of people, Erica helped. It was really wonderful to have a bunch of friends come together and kind of notice when I'm, hurting, especially when I don't have my usual anchors of Anthony, Subaru, and Ian to just lift me off the ground. So it was really wonderful to know that I still feel cared for in the community, and there's still someone there willing to take care of me when I can't take care of me. So that was a wonderful experience. So afterwards we went out to eat. I went with, also a wonderful friend of mine, Chelsea, was there talking to me a lot. She kind of helped pull me out of it, along with Lindsay. They helped keep me together too. They were wonderful, but I can't name every single person who was there to support me and be there for me because they knew I was by myself. There was a lot of people and a lot more support that came in than I expected, and it's wonderful because I just really didn't expect all of my friends to just band together and be like, "Yo, we got you." So that was wonderful. But after con, we went to dinner to Red Pot, which was a soup place. I don't like soup, so I didn't realize it until I got there, but I just kept eating loads of free meat, basically. Or not free meat because it was all you can eat, but I just kept eating the meat out of everything. Then after Gabby invited me to go to the VIP party with her, which was basically a bunch of staff and a few of the guests all sitting around. I got to run into one of my YouTuber friends, Lonnie, and talk to her for a little bit, and it was really great to reconnect with a friend from middle school, Bryn, and we talked about Shaman King because we're the only two people that I know of that can talk about Shaman King that much. And then, Gabby dropped me off at home, and I guess overall I'm saying ShineCon was a disaster but at the same time, it was a very wonderful experience. Now, when I say disaster, before anyone gets offended, it was going to be a disaster. Because it was its first year, there was a lot of lack of communication. There was a lot of stuff going on. When you have pretty much one con head running everything and everyone having to go to that person for information, it becomes really crazy. And I think a lot of cons have issues when there's a bunch of friends running one thing together, because everyone takes the friendship half of it and it becomes really buddy-buddy and chill and less businessy, which does take away from the responsibilities of things sometimes. Not saying that the staff members are bad at their jobs or that the con head was a terrible person. No. It's just, it was kind of going to be a disaster for its first year, just because first year cons don't always do well their first year. Especially when there's so much and when people don't realize how much they have to handle when they get into it. So it's not a disaster in a way of, I'll never go back again, it was terrible. No, it was inevitable, being its first con, being how much stuff was going on with it, being I knew a lot of people behind the scenes and staff-wise who were having so many issues with communication and just in general issues because of attendees and things like that. That's just what happens. But it was a wonderful experience because it felt like it was, even though it was bad, in a way of it was hard, like some panels didn't go through, there were some things that messed up, you know, there were people who were taking advantage of stuff. It was kind of what our community needed to kind of see our pros and our cons of our community and to pull people together, because I hadn't been able to hang out with some friends in a long time, and it got me out of the house and it made me be around people that I don't normally get to be around or get to be friends with. So it felt good to see that there was still that support and still that friendship and still that love with these people, and I wasn't like being left behind or forgotten, and that it was fun. So even though there were bumps in the road, it could be a little disastrous, ShineCon overall was great. I hope those bumps in the road and the issues that were going on get solved. As far as I know, I remember there being conversation about their taking a break from next year and then coming back strong the year after. So here's to hoping that ShineCon 2020 is the best it can be. Hopefully everything will be better organized, everything will be better put together, and like even artists' friends said that they actually did pretty good for what they expected, you know, so I'm happy that everybody's been happy. I just hope that everything gets better in the long run. So that's pretty much my 2 cents on ShineCon. It wasn't bad, it was just messy, you know? There's plenty of foods that are delicious and messy. So it's just that kind of situation. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my little, I guess, review of the convention. It wasn't really a review, it was more of just my opinion of how it was for me. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, If you like me, subscribe. Hit the little bell notification if you want to learn more stuff or when I start to post things more and more. And hope to hit you guys up in the next video. Oh, also, post down in the description below, post in the comments below what was some of your best experiences from ShineCon if you went. If you did go, like, what were your pros and cons? Like, did you have a problem with the con? Were you happy about the con? Anything different? Or if you didn't know about the con or, you know, couldn't make it, what are some things that you wish the conventions would include in their con schedule or just repertoire of things they do? Join the conversation. I want to talk to you. So by all means, please post in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I can hit you up in the next video. Bye!